A lot of PC gamers are very cool in my book because they are as controlling and paranoid about their personal data as I am. And I like to see people care about their data. So dozens of PC games have been found to have some kind of tracking software in it. It's called a red shell, which is also a popular part of Mario Kart. A lot of people don't like it when they're shot at them, though. So with red shell, it's so what's cool about a lot of PC gamers is you could, as a gaming company secretly put code in and put redirects in there and not announce it, but they will figure it out and call you out on that, and that is what has happened recently with dozens of games, including Civ 6, Total War games, Conan Exiles, The Elder Scrolls Online, Dead by Daylight. Holy potatoes! That's not an exclamation, that's a game. So, I mean, some people have accused it of being spyware, but what it essentially is, and I'm not giving it a pass on this, by the way, is an attribution service. So when you download things, let's say from the App Store, if you have an iPhone or Steam,
just from Steam, yeah.
There is some kind of way for the companies to know what you're buying, maybe the link you got it from, and try to understand that and pass that on to their marketing team. Red Shell is kind of like that, kind of like what Google Analytics might do as well, which is seeing where you maybe saw a link for a certain game and what caused you to buy it. So it's kind of for their marketing research, so they say. However, they didn't tell users that they were doing this at all, that their activity was being monitored outside of the game, and it seems, in my case, I agree as well, pretty unfair.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think there needs to be some level of transparency between the publishers and the developers on what kind of information is tracked. However, I mean, kind of a little bit to your point too, I gotta play like devil's advocate. Like, it's very hard to sell games on Steam. I mean, there are hundreds upon thousands of games to select from.
A lot of them are trashy.
Yeah, like there's so much shovelware on Steam, and it's hard to kind of sift through all that to really find the stuff and the smaller indie titles that maybe you wouldn't see because they don't have the advertising dollars to spend. So I think that to be able to kind of track user habits can make for a better experience on Steam, but I understand that it is questionable and that it's a little bit invasive.
I think you would probably need to be a little bit more transparent, which isn't to say like only these games need to be transparent. Maybe all platforms should be more transparent about what they're doing with user information. With this in particular, data is sent to Red Shell via an encrypted SSL protocol, and then they typically keep it for between 1 and over 2 years, 13 to 25 months.
Oh, that's a long time.
That is a long time to have that information. So I can definitely relate to, you know, I don't know what this company is. They're rummaging around my PC against my will. That's not fair. I paid to be part of this.
Right.
How dare you do this? And when you're looking at the legal precedent, it's kind of a gray area as to whether they can do this or not. But many games are pulling Red Shell from their code in different hotfixes, so you may want to look out for that soon. Maybe update your game if you're not cool with that.
Right.
I think the backlash was warranted. I think you should have said what you were doing with people's information, that you're digging around on their computers that they paid for on the game that they paid for.
Right. I think we have a comment from Direwolf Digital, who used to be the former makers of the Elder Scrolls Legends, and now that's been switched over to another developer, but that's a whole other story. Anyway, they said that Red Shell was not spyware. It's just under-the-hood analytics that help us understand how our advertisements perform, meaning the click-throughs, I think.
Yes. So, I mean, I've seen people say, look, it's basically Google Analytics without the name recognition, so why are you not okay with it? I could definitely see it that way too, but ultimately I'm going to stick on the other side.
That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, everyone, if you're not cool with this, make sure it's known. If it's on a game that you play that's affected. If you are cool with this, what are you doing? Just chill. It's fine. Did you like that video? Then you've earned the right to hit the subscribe button. You also have that right if you felt so about it. You can do anything. I believe in you.